It's gonna get rich. It's gonna get rich. It's gonna get rich. It's gonna get rich.
Mad money popping out the register. It's going out hot summer in this metaverse. Bankroll, get the loot and the tender. There's no contender. I am the spender. Capital, cabbage, chips and change. Agua, soil, roots and veins. Keeping it tight. Tricks of the trade. You got the power. Let me show you the way.
It's gonna get rich. It's gonna get rich. It's gonna get rich. It's gonna get rich.
Buddha's going down. Health is wealth, never find me clowning. Thought I'd be on top, but I'm drowning. Swimming in coins, Italian fountain. Mine's going up, your account is bouncing. I keep the lucky cat pouncing. My Nicky Necko ain't frowning. Keychain, piggy bank, I'm surrounded. Even if you poor, you rich. If your mind right, promise every note, get your grind tight. If you see the money, then you see the light. I'll be blowing through it at the speed of light. Growing like stalactites. Capital, cabbage, chips and change. Agua, soil, roots and veins. Keeping it tight, tricks of the trade. You got the power, let me show you the way.
It's gonna get rich. It's gonna get rich.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. Now, here's Jokic. Offensive rebound. Saric, that's good.
Really like how Saric uses his size and length to get after the offensive glass. Very good at crashing the boards.
Here's Doncic. Outside, James. Lock at 6. Denver grabs the miss. And Clark for the Lakers. Their last 2 seasons ended in playoff losses to the Denver Nuggets.
And I tell you what, they fought hard both times, Kevin. The point differential was only 24 points over the 4 games in 2023 and just 11 points in 2024. LA actually led most of the 5-game series, but weren't able to advance.
Now here's Murray after LeBron James's miss. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, Clark, we know Nikola Jokic has many interests outside of basketball, like training his horses.
I love that about him. When basketball season is over, he knows exactly what he wants to do and needs to do to take care of his body, but he's not going to be a slave to basketball year-round. He's got other interests, and he's going to indulge and engage in those. He's got other passions, which I love seeing, and horses apparently one of his other passions for sure.
And Jokic slams it in.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
To the middle. It's stolen by Hachimura. Here's Hayes. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Woo, man, this thing was turning into a soccer game. A lot of action and not many points.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Really, the right... play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Second team foul. Checking in the game for your Nuggets.
Lakers on D. By 5. To the right side. Here's Jokic. It's tipped. Down low. Smith. A shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Good work from Finney-Smith down low, putting his size and reach to good use.
Here's Jokic. The rebound by the Lakers.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
James with the bucket.
And one of those players who will not be denied. LeBron's so strong inside.
Inside. Here's Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, getting everything he possibly could out of that play.
And it's tied up with that one. And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we all know the Lakers have to pound the ball inside. LeBron James says, we have attackers. That's who we are. That's what we do. We're not shooting 40 to 50 threes a game. We don't have the luxury of being that team. Working it into the paint, that's what we're really good at. Kevin, they play to their strengths.
They got a lot of strength. Got to do it. Thanks, D.A. And it's blocked. Here's James. And it's sent back by Jokic.
What I like about Jokic defensively is what I like about him overall. Great instincts.
Out to Saric. Now, Jokic. 9 points in the game so far. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Pass to Hayes. Wants to get it to Doncic, and does. In the corner, it's James. And so it's the Denver Nuggets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game in. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Guys, the post-production has been off the charts. I just like the strategy because it'll open up more offense later on.
Finney-Smith. Porter with the steal. All alone. And finished off by Porter.
Tremendous effort from Porter Jr. snagging the ball and pushing it back up the floor on a solo mission. Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Vanderbilt with the steal. Here's Connect. Some solid defense from Saric. The Nuggets leading by 8. Pass to Jokic. A slam by Jokic.
Impressive seeing Jokic go off like this. I mean, you can tell his teammates are being energized by what he's doing.
Here's Vincent. Off target with his 3. And here are the Nuggets now. 10.
Waiting on this. Yeah. Big bag, got him big mad. Get into some money in his bag. Jumping out the Rolls truck with the temp tag. I'm getting money, I don't get mad. As in my hood, he gon' set it on stamp. And when them situations came, I came out like a champ. When it was pouring down raining, I came out of it damp. But now it's showers when we done all up in they traps. Can't be us cause they rats. Stand tall, point a finger, never that. I knew it had it all, went to the bank and get it back. That's why I'm humble as ever. And I remember whatever. Don't chase cause they come with the cheddar. I see my man girl start acting bougie when he the cheddar. Before you knew it, better. I knew about it and I wanted to tell him I felt funny as ever. But when I told him, he went running to tell her. Remember I was down bad, I'm talking under the cellar. None of Rolls Royces come with umbrellas. For the rain and all the pain that we've been through. If you don't feed your wolves, they gon' put you on the menu. That's why I be with family and some boys that I've been new. If money determine loyalty, and all go against you. Facts. Rule number 1, never count your homie pockets thinking you deserve it. Rule number 2, never trust her for some purses. Rule number 3, say you send that money, you better stop splurging. So when it's all said and done.
Hi, everyone. This is Brian Anderson at the table along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. And it's the Bucks to start out. It's Lopez, high post. Lillard outside. Deflected.
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duran, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
And here's Cunningham outside. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
And I like that. Giannis slowing down just a little bit, in control there.
Cunningham outside. Sweet little floater. Cunningham's got 5 points.
The floater can be a tricky shot, but that's the right choice.
Lillard with the ball. Now guarded by Harris. Got a hand on it. Pass to Cunningham. Off with the layup.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
Well, Brent, although he hasn't won an MVP since 2020, Giannis has been a finalist every season.
Well, B.A., I just wonder if the voter fatigue is something that Giannis is tired of. Forget the voters. Maybe he just wants to focus on getting back to that level. Obviously, in the past couple seasons, you could say that he might have deserved one more, but this is one of the best two-way players in the league. He's not going anywhere.
Antetokounmpo misses from close range. And Allie LaForce spoke with J.B. Bickerstaff. Allie?
We briefly discussed what he wanted his team to do against Damian Lillard, and he said to not let him get going from deep. Once his three ball is falling, everything else becomes easier for him, so we have to talk out there on the perimeter. So expect to see a lot of defensive activity near the three-point line tonight. Guys?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
To the middle. Here's Harris. And he converts the layup.
It inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one on Harris.
Great to see Antetokounmpo going strong inside. At times, the D has no choice but to foul him.
Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Now here's Hardaway. Harris a screen. Cunningham drives in. No good on the three. The Bucks trail. He's all alone. And Giannis throws it down.
So nice to watch Giannis in the open floor, how graceful he is at covering so much ground.
Here's Cunningham. A good look from Duran. That one misses. He's 1 for 3. Here's Antetokounmpo. Another one falls for Milwaukee.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Down low. Here's Harris.
All that athleticism from Tobias Harris showing that time.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. To the wing, right side. Duran with the rebound. And the Pistons with possession here. Here's Ivy. Going inside.
And he is a hard charger. Ivy only plays at full speed. A great burst on his drives.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the miss. The Pistons leading. Ivy with the ball. And it's Kuzma picking him up. Ivy's shot is off. A chance at a 2 for 1 if they'd like.
And I really can't see why they wouldn't.
Antetokounmpo inside. And it's Harris with the rebound. .20 seconds left in the first quarter here. Hardaway, no good. Here's Lillard. The rebound by Detroit. Ivy outside. Pass to Harris. From deep. No good. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. Detroit on top. Up by 2.
13. The Bucks.
And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, guys, looking at what we've seen from the Pistons, what do you think?
We all know good ball movement is what most coaches harp on, and their passing's been excellent so far.
Well, everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands for touching it.
And that one's good. Stewart.
Well, Stewart in the pick and roll is going to give you two things you like. One is a physical screen, and then second, a quick roller into position.
The Pistons lead by 4. And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
Schroeder can't get it to go.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
They push it up 4 on 3. Here's Thompson. Lopez with the steal. Antetokounmpo with it. Beasley covers. Oh, wasted no time on that one. Antetokounmpo's got 13 now.
And Giannis continuing to look for the mid-range, showing his confidence.
And there's the lob. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And you know, Damian Lillard, a lot of his points come from the line.
Well, he does a great job of getting himself there. I think defenders are so in tune with Lillard's ability to drill you from the three-point line. He gets around the initial guy and then into the teeth of the defense where he's very strong at attacking the rim.
And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept the mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
And the basket by Antetokounmpo.
And you can see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
Pass to Schroeder. Back to Ivy. Takes the 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Damian Lillard last season becoming the 51st NBA player ever to cross the 20,000-point threshold and the 17th fastest to ever do it. He said it's a great accomplishment and a rare space to be in. I'm like, man, I might be able to get 27 or 28,000 if I can stay healthy. Brian, I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, me either. Thanks, Allie.
So much about Stewart comes through his toughness, and you get physical with him. He has no problem getting physical right back.
Ooh, Giannis using his length inside.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Stewart, right side. Cunningham outside. Picked by Stewart. And that one's good. Cunningham's got 7.
And that's some force coming from your 6'7", 6'8" point guard. That's tough to stop.
Got a piece of it. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Detroit.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
Intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Milwaukee on D. It's a three-point game. Harris outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. He has 7.
A solid three-point marksman. Harris has that inside-outside offensive game.
Antetokounmpo surveys. To the inside. Lopez. And it's Lopez with the jam.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop it.
Surprising in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
Pass to Lillard. That shot is off. Good D by Duren. Here's Thompson. No points yet. Cunningham on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Hardaway from outside. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. The Bucks trail by 6. Stolen by Thompson. And now the Pistons in transition. They get it back. Here's Cunningham. Nope, that one misses. Now 3 for 5. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And the dunk by Lillard.
Well, he can shoot the three, so defenses have to go out and overplay him, and that's what creates lanes for him to do stuff like that.
You gotta love his unselfishness, and you know his coach does as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Here's Thompson. It's cleared by Damian Lillard.
Tried to show off just a little bit there, but ultimately didn't work out. You know, he's going to get a few stares from his coaching staff and probably his teammates in the next huddle.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Detroit on top, up by 2. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. The Pistons leading. Harris a screen. Pass to Duren. Here's Harris. Back to Duren. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Well, Brent, the 23-24 Pistons tied an NBA record by losing 23 straight. One bright spot, however, was Jalen Duren.
Well, the bright spot, BA, would be that you wouldn't mention that again. So let's just forget about that and put it behind us. But Jalen Duren did have some moments. He averaged a double-double that season at just 20 years of age. So the sky is still the limit for this young, big, physical player.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. And at 6'10", Jalen Duren is an incredible athlete for his size.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bounce, which helps him as a rim protector, rebounder, and lob threat. Plus, he's got quick feet, and he's able to guard smaller guys on the perimeter.
Pistons on D. The lead is 2. Tipped.
No, sir. Stewart not letting that one go.
Hardaway up top. The 3 is up. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Hardaway's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. About a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Here's Lillard. Whoa, Damian Lillard. Serious hops.
And don't let the size fool you. Damian Lillard, he can get up there.
Drops in the 3. And the Pistons lead by 6.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Pass to Thompson. Back to Cunningham. Over Lillard. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Cunningham's got 12 points in the game.
Not an easy shot at all. Cunningham seems to have it early on in his NBA career.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Lillard into the lane. Jackson outside. Antetokounmpo, left side. Just 4 to shoot. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. And it's Lopez with the jam.
Well, Lopez at that size has no trouble throwing it down.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Teams deciding to change it up. The Pistons lead by 4. Well, if the Pistons are going to turn things around, Brent, it needs to start on the defensive end.
And that's part of it, BA. It's not surprising that they've been in the bottom 5 defensively over the past couple of years. And that's what happens when you pile up a bunch of young players who want to prove themselves, and by proving themselves, it usually starts on the offensive end. We'll see if these guys being together start to take some pride in stopping their opponents.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Bucks creating an elite tandem last season, pairing Giannis with Damian Lillard, who said people wanted to just click right away, but when you put two guys together who have always had the ball in their hands, it's going to take time to learn how to play off of one another. It's about making sure we continue to grow. B.A.?
That's a good perspective, Allie. Thanks. Here's Thompson. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Jackson surveying the D. Shot clock at 6. And they double up on Antetokounmpo. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points this quarter. Cunningham outside. Pass to Duren. Kicks it out to Cunningham. For 3, here's Harris. Gets the 3 ball to go. Harris has got 10 points.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Jackson outside. Antetokounmpo outside. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
Pistons.
41 seconds left in the third quarter. Harris a screen. Pass to Duren. Outside Hardaway. Harris outside. 6 to shoot. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Bucks trail by 7. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That one on Thompson.
So tough to contain the length of Giannis. When he takes those strides, he's going to make you foul him.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. That's off as well, so he misses both.
And Giannis will just about do anything the coaching staff asks. A true team player.
Again, the miss by the Pistons. Antetokounmpo drives in.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
He's only made 2 free throws, not shooting well from the line. And that one falls for Antetokounmpo. Second free throw, no good. For 3, Hardaway. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Detroit with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up to the Milwaukee Bucks. They trail by 6. And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Making a switch here. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers' huddle. He reminded his team just how close this game is, saying, guys, we aren't out of this yet. We still have plenty of time left. Let's go out and execute our game plan, and I promise you, we will win this game. Let's see how they come out of this timeout, Brian.
Allie, thank you.
Lopez, an absolute mountain to deal with on the inside, and the defense doing all they can against him.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Here's Lillard. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good.
Muscling in for the basket. Lillard showing that mental toughness to get in there.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time.
After committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation.
Being honest, ain't nobody my I promise. Got a lot of options, but my is the hottest. Hot.
Ride the hallway, ride the bus. What my house look like? Walking, she gon' make you. I do damage, can't stand it. Psycho bandit, like it's Marilyn Manson. Got the cash advancing. Get the Sprite in, pull the out the pantry. Take and I'm dancing. She bop like a, like a candle. Up in the car seat.